Hey guys, I'm looking kind of cray. So, I had 8:30 in the morning. Ooh, day 5, guys. Day 5. I had 8:30 in the morning dental appointment. But what makes the situation interesting? Oh, I'm probably dry and everything. Ooh, was that he moved and I had no idea. And I'm like using Google Map. And it took me around in circles, and I passed the spot at least 3 times. I was getting frustrated because I was like, oh my God, I'm going to be late, because he doesn't play. Like, your time that's the time you go in and that's the time you get out. Literally, it was an 8:30 appointment. It is 9:12 right now. And that's between me getting clean, making an appointment, and having to get something replaced. Yeah. But other than that, no real cavity, but, some old stuff. So, but the good thing is, he's literally like walking distance. It's like on the other side. My doctor is on the other side, so they're all in the same spot, except for one of my other doctor who canceled on me. I have to wait until. All right, so now I have to wait till January for that appointment that I always do in December. I'm one of those people, I put all my appointments in December because I know I'm going to be off and it's easier, but whatever. So now I have to do lab work today. And I got to do these nails because I tried to, I'm just going to get them done. And I want to get my lashes done, guys. I need a little, wake me up a little. All right, guys. It's an errand day. See you in the next. I stopped again, before I even get to the lab. But I needed some thread and I needed bobbins. But then I also saw fabric that was on sale because I want to make a pajama set for myself. So, yeah. Alright, on to the next stop. Alright guys, so I decided to stop and get something to eat because it's been I've been fasting because of course I had to get lab work done so I could eat. This is like self-care day. It's self-care day. But I'm eating something. I ordered some food, which is not the most healthiest. It's a bagel with some eggs. But it's something to eat. And I still got to get my nails done and my eyebrow before I go home. So yeah, it's a little bit of a self-care day. And this lady asked me, and I said I'm on vacation for the whole month, and she was like, oh, just rubbing our faces. I'm like, well, y'all were having a good time in the summer all year going on vacation. I did not, so all my days are just here. So yeah, I'm looking forward to going home, really eat, because I'm hungry. Never going to now about my nails. I can't wait to get my nails done. And these are my nails, no extension, so I don't know what I want to do with my nails yet. But yeah, guys, we're gonna eat some breakfast. Hey guys, so I just got back and I took a shower and I said, let me do my little skincare since, we're doing a lot of self-care today. Got the dentist done, teeth got taken care of. Got lab work, which I still gotta go Wednesday to my doctor. Got nails done. Got an eyebrow done. Mustache too, all that. And then I went and got my second hole redone. Now the second hole right here, you can see the different kind of earring. For some reason I couldn't get the earring all the way through, and it looked like from the inside of it started closing in. So you go this way, but it wouldn't go all the way through, and then this way, and it would go all three. The guy was funny. He said he's never seen that happen, but it happened. So let's hope the lighting and the sound is good, but let's talk about two authors that I binge read this year. Now last year I think it was Elizabeth Strout where I fell in love, and I read like 4 of her books. I did not read the last book yet because I was waiting for it to come out in paperback, but I think it is. So what I'm gonna do is have this open and talk about their books while finishing up my self-care, because of course, people touch my face today. And I'm loving the nails. Very festive, very holiday. I love this, one is, it's a gift wrap kind of deal. And yeah, so let's start with the fact that this year the 2 people that I binge read were romance. Now Alexander Warren was the first. Now before I start, I washed my face already, so my face is clean, and this is a cleanser. This is a instant foaming cleanser that I use from Caudalie, and most of the products I'm going to use today are from this brand because I love them, especially if you're older. They're good for that. So what I liked about these 2 authors is that they're completely different, and it is romance, but it's different kind of romance, and me, I appreciate romance. So there's a toner. For Alexander Warren, I read 5 of her books. What I love is they're short, but they're memorable. And the first one I read was Only for the Summer. And what I liked about this one is that it was it had family base, and it's one of those ones where the man is a single father and he's on vacation at his best friend's place for the summer with his son. And what I liked is the fact that him and the woman in this, they're both teachers. So Alexander Warren, I think, was able to capture me in this book in terms of how she talks about them having a career, being responsible, and then, there's that romance when it did happen. You were rooting for the characters. And I love this. She did this with most of hers, but then she got creative with like Baggage Claim. Baggage Claim is, it moves so fast that you're scratching your head, that when it gets to a certain point of it, you're like, what? But then when it happened, you're like, oh, I get it. And I love Baggage Claims. Oops and Wall were part of like a thing where it's a series kind of deal, and I enjoyed those. They were my favorite, but I enjoyed those. But Uncover Truth is perfect for this time of the year. So this time, it's closer to, it's Super Bowl kind of theme, so it's gonna be the winter things and all of that. I thought this was such a good second chance romance that was done really good. And so she got a lot of props from me when she did that with the series, because it's easy to see how it could have went too far over, like become more sexual than anything, but it was like you saw how that happened. I like how easy her books are. I love how she doesn't do too much but gives you enough, and sometimes that's what you want. And so I really appreciate that. So I'm going to put some oil on my face because this time of the year, my skin is super dry. I have combination oily skin. So in the summertime, I look like a frying pot. But then in the wintertime, I'm dry as hell. So I started using this girl on, I think it's called, I don't know if it's going to show up. I can barely see. I don't got my glasses on. But hopefully you guys can see. And I shake it up because it has all these oil stuff. So I use this, and it's good for me. So then that book made me want to read it again. Like I feel like in the winter time I want to reread it, and it's short. I believe it's like 100 page, and it reads fast. Like you could really devour that book in like a sitting and with no problem. So I did that, read that, and then I got to the point where Miss Sarah Kate series, which is a book that really took me out of my comfort zone. Like if I think about that book now, I'm like, how did I read these 6 books? Like this takes erotic dark romance to a level where an author is able to write storyline like that, but don't miss the fact that it needs to have a storyline. And it's so hard for some author to do that, where it becomes too much of a storyline but not give you enough intimate things, or give you too many sexual things but there's no storyline, so you just feel like they're humping each other and that's it. This author got it right with the series. It is dark romance in terms of it really focused on kinks and how people use kinks to deal with mental issues like mental health. And you definitely can see that in this book. So again, it's not one of the books that is for everybody, because I think some people are going to struggle with this level of intimacy. But nevertheless, so I'm putting some serum. Nevertheless, I think it's one of those that I felt like I really, really appreciate. I really did appreciate. Yeah, I tend to do this with this one. And then rub it in. I tend to appreciate authors that can do a balance, because I was in this. I love The Highest Bidder. I love how appropriate and how she did the age gap with each thing, where you can see how it works, you know, because sometimes when you think of age gap and you think of books like that, it can get a little bit just not good, where you just find it distasteful. I didn't find that issue in this series, and I learned a lot. I find myself Google to find out what some of these kinks. There's stuff I've never known, and I remember having a discussion with some friends, male friends, of course. And they laughed at me and this one particular girl. And they laughed because they knew what the hell I was talking about. And I'm like, am I the only one that felt so sheltered? Like, I don't know about these kinks. Like, I literally was just like completely thrown off. Had no clue what was going on with some of these kinks. But nevertheless, I was like, yeah. So my skin starting to look moisturized and nice. Now I'm putting the last thing I usually use, which is the cream. What I like about this cream, it is not shiny. It moisturizes without me looking completely greasy. Because some of these creams that you use, it sometimes will make your skin look super oily. And because I do still have oily combination skin, even though the winter time will make me feel like I don't want nothing that's going to, like, you know, make my skin look super oily. So now I'm just going to rub it in until I no longer have the white cast going on here. Alright, so I might have put a little bit too much. Yeah. Alright, but we're going to rub it in. And so I was like impressed with her, and I read all of them. My favorite was The Highest Bidder. I absolutely love Give Me More. It is very, it's potty, but it's woof. But the storyline, I was so in it. And I loved The Highest Bidder. That was what drew me in the first place. That was the first one I read in the series. I love Mercy. Because of the older woman in this. And I thought that was really, really, really good. Yeah. And I love Praise was good. I mean, they all were. I mean, Madame didn't give me the hype I thought it was gonna give me because of the fact that she was really the only one that showed up a lot in all of these. But oh no, the rest of them was good. So this is the Fenty lip balm that I'm using. And I said I don't use eye cream because people ask me that. Don't think I need it yet or ever. I just don't see myself using it. But this is it, guys. This is my moisturized face. And this is what I typically do, especially going to bed at night sometimes. But normally, yes, I use all these products. I got into skincare really the last like maybe 3-4 years, like heavy into skincare. I can't even talk. Skincare. I do have other brands that I use, but Quarterly so far is my favorite. And then of course I'm really falling for, look at me almost tipping over, this expensive Guerlain costs, this little bottle probably costs 2 of what I have down there. That's how expensive this thing is. But if you have really dry skin, especially this time of the year, you will love this. So that's it for now. Let me show you what I've been up to with the craft thing and what I plan to do next. Yeah. All right, guys. So last night I did the yellow version. So this is the yellow velvet version that I told you about. So everything is done except for I need to hem, but the thread that I use for this, you because it's inside, you're not going to see it from the outside, that it's not the right color thread. It's too yellow. So I didn't finish it last night. I didn't put the last touch on it. So this is why I went to one of the reasons why I stopped at the store. So I bought the piece of the fabric, and also I am going to sew this one, McCall. So I was like, okay. Also, I did hit up the post office, so I need to wrap the gift. So I initially went in for, of course, the thread, and I wanted to get more bobbin because I find that I having to waste thread because I didn't have enough. So I was able to find the right thread for this. So it literally, like when we'll off a little bit and put in the fabric, it matches to a T. So I'm gonna be able to use this to hem the bottom. Here's the thing about this dress. Like, I knew it was gonna be short, but I didn't realize it's gonna be this short. It's mini. It's really a mini. It's a mini dress, okay? And then of course I'm doing the shirt that I'm doing. It's going to be in, of course, this yellow, so I needed thread to match. So I was able to find thread to match, and of course I have some bobbins, so I'm happy about that. I also didn't really need it, but I wanted to make a pajama set, a year-round one. So they had this fabric on sale, and I think I have enough. This is all that was on the roll that was left. I think it's like about almost 4 yards. It should be enough to give me a pants and a button-up top pajama kind of situation. So I'm excited for this, and gonna cut it out and make it. This is gonna be one of those quick ones too. I don't think it's gonna take me any time. So that is all that I did today. Today was such a productive day because, like I said, self-care. I had to take care of my health and also treat myself. So, and this is part of it. Ooh, the dress fell down a little. I gotta tighten up the stand. Anyway, take care of myself and do that. And that's one of the things about having this time off on vacation, is the fact that I have no excuse to do things that I want and relax. And it was very relaxing, because when I was getting my nails done, I was falling asleep. So that says a lot. And yeah, so I'm gonna continue today. It is still early and I'm still going to continue doing some little things. I need to update my book. I need to update this. I noticed that I didn't write some of my notes for November, and I also need to update my Goodreads. I still use Goodreads every so often, but I don't think I've been on there in months. So I think I'm up to 82 books, which is way less than last year. I absolutely not going to hit the 100. I don't see that happening, even though there's potential because I can read a lot of short books to get to it. But I don't think that's happening this year. And I'm not mad about it because I did read some chunky books this year. So when you think of word count, I'm hoping that the word count, that's why I'm gonna upload it, because I kind of want to see how much page count that I have for and compare it to last year to see if that's really realistically how it was, because I feel like I read bigger books this year than last year. At least 3 chunky books this year for sure. That was, you know, could have been 3 books, that kind of deal. You know, one could be 3 books, that's what I meant. Anyway, so I'm gonna end this video here and I will see you in the next. All right. All right, guys. The end of day 4.